Hello and thank you for joining us. First tonight, recycling in Dumfries and Galloway has been a source of criticism for a long time for the local council. Today, though, they confirmed a multi-million-pound investment in a new zero-waste plant. The authority has one of the worst recycling rates in the whole of Scotland. Today, plans to introduce curbside recycling to the region were also discussed. Our reporter Lewis Warner is outside the council headquarters in Dumfries for us. So Lewis, tell us more about what's been agreed.
Well, Pam, the council today met in a virtual capacity and approved a whopping £12.8 million investment into what's being called the Dumfries Zero Waste Park. Now, the council say this new facility will allow flexible, state-of-the-art approach to recycling across the entire region. But the big question on people's lips is, when might we be able to see curbside recycling happening here? It doesn't at the moment, and critics say that's a long overdue thing. It's one of the best things you can do to help the environment. But for people living in Dumfries and Galloway, recycling is not that easy. Unlike in most parts of the UK, the council here don't collect recycling from the curbside. You have to separate your own rubbish and then drive it to a recycling centre.
Immediately, you're pretty much cutting off access to recycling to people who don't have cars, and that's 20-25% of people in Dumfries and Galloway, and you're making it harder for people to recycle, because they have to do it as an extra journey or add it on to another trip.
All of that puts Dumfries and Galloway in the bottom 5 of local authorities for recycling in Scotland. In 2018, just under 80,000 tonnes of household waste was generated in the area. Of that, only 21,000 tonnes were recycled. That's just 27% of household waste.
The average in Scotland is around about 45%, and South Ayrshire manages over that. Up in Moray in the northeast, their recycling rates are almost double what they are here. Even areas like Argyll and Bute and the Highland Council have higher recycling rates than we do. So it's not just a rural issue. This is a systemic issue where the council has not prioritised recycling and waste management for a very long time.
Today, though, some action was taken. A green light was given to spend nearly £13 million on a new zero-waste park in Loch Moss, and dates were discussed for the rollout of curbside recycling. If all goes to plan, it will restart in Wigtownshire from this autumn, after the trial there was halted due to COVID-19. But the rest of Dumfries and Galloway will have to wait until spring next year. In the past, some recycling was made possible thanks to an eco-deco plant which opened in 2007. That separated the waste collected in one bin, meaning homeowners didn't have to do it themselves. But new regulations prompted the council to move towards a multi-bin system, which began to pilot in Wigtownshire in 2014. But the rollout of that scheme was scrapped on the grounds of cost and health and safety.
We're starting from a low base. Anything that allows people to do any recycling at all would be a big improvement for an awful lot of people in the region. And I think most people will be pleased to see the curbside collection finally arriving.
The council did consider adding microchips to the new bins in order to record data on the types of material being collected, but instead it chose to keep things simple. For many, the delivery of curbside recycling is long overdue, but today's action is being seen as a step in the right direction towards a cleaner and greener region. So everybody in Dumfries and Galloway should have curbside recycling by spring next year. Tonight, in a statement, councillor leader Elaine Murray told us our council is committed to providing services that deliver local and national benefits, encouraging high levels of citizen participation in waste prevention, recycling and reuse. She continues, the development of new curbside collection service is our next step in meeting these obligations. Of course, all of this is coming during a global pandemic when the recycling for lots of people has been piling up because waste centres have been closed. So all eyes now on the rollout of this scheme over the next year.
Lewis in Dumfries, thank you very much.